ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Some bittersweet news starting us off tonight. Shock waves went through the country today as rumors were swirling around that Golden Girl Debbie Ferguson-McKenzie had passed away. Thankfully, though, Debbie herself took to social media, letting everyone know that she had gotten numerous calls from family and friends. She says, and I quote, "Please know that I, Debbie Ferguson-McKenzie, coach at the University of Kentucky, is alive and well. When the Lord calls me home, I will be ready, but not yet. Thank you all, and it's just a reminder of how precious life is. God bless you all," end quote. The Frank Pancho Rowing National High School Track and Field, actually the Primary School Track and Field Championships, those are right around the corner. Earlier today, the Bahamas Olympic Committee made a donation of $2,000 to make sure Meguana will be able to take part.
They have 20 confirmed kids that are coming that have been training, and so when they reached out to us on the weekend saying that they were having financial difficulty, you know, it's not really in our area of funding, but I reached out to the president and he immediately said that yes, we need to help them, and that's what we're here to do.
The Bahamas Volleyball Federation has engaged the services of Dr. Trevor Thorold, an F.I.V.B. regional development instructor. He will assist with both indoors and the beach.
Coach Trevor, as he is affectionately called, is a former NCAA Division I volleyball coach for the past 13 years. As head coach of Trinidad and Tobago senior women team in the 90s, he was the youngest Kazova coach of that year to win a Caribbean volleyball championships at the age of 20. The B.V.F is preparing both youth and junior teams to travel this year, and possible our under-23 men and women. We currently have players on the North, Central American and Caribbean Volleyball Confederation Beach Volleyball Tour, which is going on right now as we speak. Coach Trevor is working tediously with them. Coach Trevor's mandate is to work with the B.V.F to develop grassroots volleyball, identify elite athletes for high performances, training, and to provide technical assistance in all facets of volleyball development to elevate volleyball to the level as a preferred sport within our region.
The Bahamas Baseball Association has announced a new and exciting format for its national championships. Unlike in years past, the nationals will scatter throughout the islands.
Our championship will be played on the beautiful isles of Eleuthera for the very first time. I can say Eleuthera is excited and ready to welcome the U12 teams. Finally, work is being done on the park in Roxang and Palmetto Point. Grand Bahama is ready. As you know, Grand Bahama is the home of our national championship, and we are excited to return home. Freedom Farm, JBLN facilities are always in top shape. So there you have it. Our championship will be played over 3 weekends on 3 different islands. The economic impact cannot underscore as more than 1,000 athletes, coaches, and other supported staff will follow these championships. We are looking forward for attracting high school and college coaches to these championships for the benefit of our young athletes.
The minor league baseball diamond last night, Lucius Fox was 1 for 4 with a double as Montgomery shut out Mississippi 5-zip. As for Shad Monroe, he was also 1 for 4 in Dayton's 3-2 loss to Great Lakes. The NAI men's tennis tournament serving off today in Mobile, Alabama. Joshua Turnquest and the 23rd ranked Asbury Eagles falling 6-3 to the 10th seeded Union Bulldogs. Turnquest doing his job. He picked up 2 of the 3 wins. He won his match at #1 singles 7-6, 3-6, and 6-1. Turnquest also teaming up with Felipe Penuelo for an 8-4 win in doubles. Jacoby Bain swinging this week at the Plantation Junior Tennis Championships in South Florida. In first-round action yesterday, Jacoby lost the first set 6-4, rebounded to win the second 6-1, and was up 4-love in the third when American Jonah Braswell had to retire with an injury. Sydney Clark also playing this week in Plantation. She wasn't as fortunate. Seeded 6th, Sydney was upset in her opening round match against American Carly Friedland 6-4 and love. Practice sessions continuing for our under-17 girls national basketball team. They head to Puerto Rico this summer for the Centro Basket Tournament.
We're trying to put us in conditioning right now and get our girls ready in condition for sure. Because the thing we're going to happen with us, we're gonna be more quicker than those girls. We're going to be a little smaller than teams we traveled before, so we're going to be more quicker. So we're going to use our speed against them to try and do our best to advance into a medal round.
The WNBA underway with preseason action. Jonquel Jones and the Connecticut Sun opening up last night with a 166 win over the New York Liberty. Jonquel leading the way, a game-high 19 points in 19 minutes. She was 7 of 13 from the field, 4 of 8 from behind the arc. The Sun playing again tonight against the Dallas Wings. Tallulah Falls High School from Georgia in town recruiting Bahamian student athletes in grades 7 and above with a GPA of 2.8 and above. The sports program includes track and field, cross country, swimming, golf, boys baseball, soccer, girls volleyball, basketball, tennis, bass fishing, and rifle shooting. Taj Moss is a Bahamian graduate of the institution. He and his father Terrence were both at the recruitment event, giving insight to parents like Monica Isaacs.
I felt like it was something I needed for the mere fact that academics and athletics are something that's hard to manage. So what they did was they made sure to invest time in certain times and help me with time management so I can focus on both at the same time and also excel as well.
He wanted to pursue his academics further, and we just took a leap of faith, and I'm very proud that I did. I have no regrets.
I would recommend the school to everyone. I feel like it's a great school, especially for Bahamians. Because of our mindsets, I feel as if it can help us and motivate us to be better.
Based on his qualifications, he did very well upon entering the school, and he went from strength to strength. You know, but we were afforded some some financial relief.
My daughter is entering grade 12 next year, so I would like for her to get off to college, but if I can take an earlier step in getting her into a boarding school to prepare her for college, I would prefer to do that.
The Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation elections are over and done with. CAC Vice President Danny Sumner oversaw the proceedings that were mandated by the International Federation after an event outside the Federation's jurisdiction was held here in the Bahamas last December. Joel Stubbs was reinstated and re-elected president, but those athletes that competed in the show in December still face penalties. Sumner says that these recent events put a dark cloud over the Federation, and so changes must be made moving forward.
Drug testing will be a mandatory thing leading from this day forward. Athletes must be aware that IFBB will not tolerate athletes on banned substance, steroid, or whatever. We must have a clean bodybuilding federation. And I'm urging athletes right now to stick with the federation, stick with the IFBB. You cannot go wrong. If athletes are found in contravention with the anti-doping measure, they will be suspended and may be facing expulsion.
Bahamians taking to the road last week for a worthy cause. For more on that, here's Kelsey Johnson.
In the running community, they have this thing called a pop-up, so I decided to plan a pop-up run.
It was an unusual Friday evening for some of the participants who you might have seen running or walking along the Cable Beach Strip. Each step they took in the 4-mile route was for a worthy cause in the latest trending style of an happy hour. The 3rd annual pop-up fun run walk was designed to bring awareness to the fight against lupus.
Today I'm just overwhelmed by the amount of persons that showed up, and every time I meet somebody, I talk to somebody, they say they have a family member that was just diagnosed with lupus. So it's very prevalent in the Bahamas, and it's touching everybody's doorstep, and it's very important to bring awareness at the same time and stay healthy and stay fit. So it kind of incorporates both being aware and staying fit and healthy.
The race, held in memory of the late Crystal Stubbs, was organized by Natasha Nixon, a mother of 2 young children who witnessed firsthand the the pain their grandmother, Mr. Stubbs, went through.
A few years ago, she was really sick. She was very low, and she was at the point where she had to move in with us, and we had to take care of her. And at that point, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to take care of an adult, a sick person. So I reached out to Shauna Lee and the foundation for assistance. Since then, I've developed a great relationship with Shauna Lee and the foundation, and they helped us during a lot of tough times.
Nixon thought this year's theme, Breaking the Silence, was perfect, as it can help others who are going through similar ordeals.
It's just getting the word out there, letting people be aware of this disease and how it affects your body and what it does to the family. It not only affects the person that's going through it, the entire family.
All proceeds were given to the local support group Lupus 242. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
And that will do it for sports. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.